Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this video, I'm going to give you guys a deep dive and a masterclass on how to tag properly for Teepublic. If you think that you've been struggling with Teepublic tagging, I'm telling you, this is going to be the best video you've ever seen on Teepublic tagging. I'm not exaggerating here. I go deep on explaining why I use very particular keywords for how I choose to tag on Teepublic, and this is just an example of it. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll talk to you guys soon and let the video play. Today I'm going to be using this teaching lesson to kind of show you guys how to get the best results out of tagging on Teepublic. I remember doing this when I very first started on Teepublic with the very best designs that I had, and the first month I had on Teepublic was something like a $1,300 or $1,400 month on Teepublic. Now, granted, I did use social media promotion. I did, have my designs already created from Redbubble, and I knew that they were already successful. And so, granted, I had that kind of benefit, but at the same time, it's still an astounding month for me at the very first month, and I did Teepublic years ago. With that being said, I want to kind of share with you my strategy as to how I kind of came up with everything that I'm doing and why I specifically do certain things around Teepublic. Something that I will say is that on Teepublic, right, I have this design that I've created, and I'll kind of show it to you right here, is this short legs, tall lattes. It's just like a funny pun, corgi type t-shirt, right? Nothing too difficult to create about this. It has like some little outlines around the text, so something super basic. Anybody here can make this, right? And by the way, I showed how I actually made this using AI, so if you want to see that video, I'll leave a link in the description. The first thing that I need to do before even making sure that I pick the right tags and I'm, all that kind of stuff is I need to be making sure that I'm seen in the marketplace. So if you're familiar, within Teepublic, I can search something. So let's just say I search for corgi, right? And there's going to be a list of designs that come up, just like this, okay? Unfortunately, these are not all the corgi designs on the platform. However, this list that shows up and all these 50 pages are selected. And they're selected because certain accounts are selected to be allowed to show up on the marketplace. I created a course, a Teepublic course, where I not only do I show tagging, SEO, things like that on Teepublic, but I also show how I got accepted for every single one of my accounts in the marketplace. So I'll leave that link in the description if you want to get access to the Teepublic course. But let's focus on what we're talking about here today. So how do I set up the right tags, and why do I choose certain keywords for certain tags is the most important thing you want to learn here in this video today. So let's go ahead and get into it. First thing that I do is I set up an ideal for my design. So I look at the design and I say, okay, do I want to go wide or do I want to go deep? Now, some people are going to say, what the hell are you talking about? I'll explain the difference. Going wide means that I am going to tap into the largest niches, right? And I'm going to tell Teepublic, because remember, when I'm choosing certain tags, I'm telling Teepublic I want to show up for certain keywords. Going wide is, for example, using keywords that are highly competitive, that people have already been in and used up, and there's plenty of resources for Teepublic to pull from. I'll give you a keyword example, the keyword corgi. Using the short tail keyword corgi is an example of going wide. It's not going deep. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but that's a working strategy. The thing about understanding the differences behind keywords is that keywords that are wide niche keywords, right, are considered highly profitable if you can rank. Very highly profitable. But then you have other keywords that are deep keywords, which they are profitable on a low scale, and they have really almost little to no competition of ranking. Not little to no competition, but much, much smaller compared to that of a wide keyword. So with my work, right, I personally, right here, right now, with this design, do not want to rank wide. I have no interest in that. I have an interest in ranking deep. Now, not everybody does that. Everybody has different strategies. But for this design specifically, and I have reasons behind that this design specifically, I have an interest in ranking deep, not wide. So with my keywords, why would I then use the keyword corgi in my listing? Whether it's the main tag or whether it's the supporting tags, it does make a difference. Let me just go ahead and make that clear. But why would I use the keyword corgi in my design? I would use the keyword corgi simply because the word corgi has other keywords related to it. And out of those list of 100 keywords related to it, or not 100, excuse me, out of the list of keywords related to it, which is this list right here, the other keywords that I add are related to the keyword corgi, which gives me a stronger foundation to rank for the keyword corgi if and when I ever decide to go wide. Does that make sense? Let me explain. Some people are probably having questions right now, like, where did I get these lists? So I use the tool called the Teepublic Tag Optimizer tool. This tool right here. I've shown this on my channel before. It costs $99 a year or $10 a month. It's up to you, $9.99 a month. But this tool allows me to grab lists of most relevant tags. Notice here how there is literally, let me go ahead and go here for a second. Where's the list here? Okay, the list has, I don't know, how many designs on the page? I do not know. Over 50? And there's, or maybe 40, let's say. I don't know. There's, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to count, but you guys get the point. There's a lot of designs here. And there's 50 pages plus of design. If I click on 50, it will take me to the last page of designs. However, there are many more corgi designs on the platform. And if you could see here, my design doesn't truly look better than all the others. It's not like I can do something that people haven't seen before, right? So this is why I say I have the purpose, or I have the intention, that's a better word. I have the intention of ranking deep, not wide, for this niche. I'm not going to be able to create a design that beats all of the competition, right? So in that case, I go deep. I don't go wide. But in the event that I get more sales, I still need to have the keyword corgi in my list, because the keyword corgi has connections or relevancy connections from an algorithmic web perspective that will allow me to rank for my other keywords. That's the important piece here, okay? So what does that mean? The keyword corgi is related to the keyword corgi dog lover. In fact, there are other designs that have ranked that have the keyword corgi dog lover that have ranked when the keyword corgi has shown up. Let me repeat that again, because that's a critical point here. The keyword corgi dog lover, and I'm using this as an example, has ranked designs because it is similar to the keyword corgi. When corgi is searched, designs that contain the keyword corgi dog lover do rank. Do you see what I'm saying there? Now, how do I know this information? Well, I'm using the tool to be able to show that to me. There's no way I can go through and analyze hundreds and thousands of different listings and be able to even upload one design a day. It's impossible. There are millions of listings, hundreds of thousands of listings for different niches of different topics. It's just going to be too difficult to do it by myself. That's why I have machines to do that for me. So I use the machine here and I optimize my finder. I click Optimize Finder and it will find for me the most optimized keywords that are related to the keyword corgi. Very, very important. So I do this and then I pull other keywords that are related to my design. Now, we're waiting here for the tool to work. It just worked. There you go. And I can take these keywords, like I said, and find lists. Now, here's the thing. I have a brain, right? I look at my design and I say, okay, my design is not just about corgis here. It's about lattes, coffee, right? Lattes. Or lattes, whatever you want to call it. It's about lattes as well. Short legs, tall lattes. It's a pun. It's a pun-type design. So in this case, people who are searching for latte-related funny type of content might be interested in the type of designs that I create. But once again, the keyword corgi and the keyword latte are still very wide keywords. They're not deep, they're wide. Anything can fit in those niche concepts. For example, if I made a design called Corgi Mom, right? That is an example of a design that could fit in the keyword corgi as a concept, and therefore it can rank for the keyword corgi, but that's what makes corgi a wide design. Let me kind of put things into perspective, okay? If I have a square-shaped hole, right? And this is the Corgi Mom design as an example. If I have a square-shaped hole, let me search a square here, okay? If I have a square-shaped hole like this, can I fit a circle inside of it? The answer is yes, right? I can fit this circle inside of it. However, I cannot fit this square inside this circle. That is the concept behind picking the right keywords and the right tags. There are certain things that are what we call wide niches, and then there were certain things we call deep niches. Or it's not that the niche is wide or the niche is deep, it's how you decide to play on that niche. So in my case, right, I am playing on the niche in a deep kind of manner. I have no interest in going wide because it will take too long to extreme massive profits over or experience massive profits over, which is why my whole strategy around tagging to begin with and print on demand to begin with is going deep. It's not going wide. I like to put up a design and let that design sell 5, 6, 7, 8 times a month, and I have thousands of other designs. That's kind of my whole concept behind print on demand. It doesn't need to make me 40 sales a day. I don't need that, right? Because I'm in it for the long game. I'm still going to create more day by day by day, okay? So how do I come up with these other lists of keywords where it's very simple? The first thing, like I said, is I pick the keywords that are related directly to this design that are wide keywords. So, for example, corgi, latte. These are keywords that are related. And I have the list here. So the keyword latte, I have a list. The keyword corgi, I have a list. And the keyword lattes. Now, here's the interesting thing about latte versus lattes. Why would I search for a latte? Why would I search for lattes and have two separate lists? Because they're different keywords. Now, you might look at me and say, no, they're the same keyword. One is plural, one is singular, but they're the same. And that's the mistake a lot of people think, is that from a Teepublic standpoint, these keywords are different. They don't provide the same output and they don't provide the same results. Let me show you. So if I search for the word lattes, right, this is plural, but yet there are different designs than when I search for the word latte. Why is that? Once again, the algorithm doesn't know the difference between lattes or latte. It doesn't know the difference between cat, dog. It doesn't know the difference between any of these except for the combination of the letters that it serves. There's no AI behind this. There's no AI that could sit there and say, oh, well, latte is the singular of lattes, so let's go ahead and mix and match these combinations. It's not like that. This is not a intellectualized algorithm. This is a keyword for keyword basis type algorithm, and the results prove it. There are different results for each search. So once this search has taken place and I have different keywords that resemble the overarching concept of my design, it's time to go deep. It's time to figure out what keywords that I can use that will allow me to get sales as fast as possible with as least friction as possible. What is friction? Friction is when you post your design in wide niches. If you're going to post your design in a wide niche and expect it to get sales, you also have to by nature experience a lot of friction. I'm not interested in friction. I'm interested in getting the easy sale. So that's why I'm compiling my certain lists of keywords. But remember, these keywords that I'm selecting comes from these lists. And it's very easy to do so. You just pick and match which keywords that directly relate to the design. I'll give you an example of some keywords that don't relate to the design since you already see keywords that do relate. So for example, we have the keyword here, Jack and Sally. The keyword Jack and Sally does not relate to my design in any way. Now, this was a keyword that was found in the lattes department, in the lattes list. Therefore, I'm not going to use it. Also, the keyword Halloween shirt has something to do with the word latte. But once again, it has nothing to do with my design. There is no Halloween concept here. There is no graphics about Halloween. There's nothing that relates to Halloween. Therefore, I'm not going to use that keyword in my list. And all of these keywords, once again, do relate to each other in a web-like consistency. Let me show you in a whiteboard, and I'll explain what I mean. So let me pull up a whiteboard here. And like I said, draw this out for you so you can see a visual. If I have the keyword corgi here as the main, okay, Teepublic knows from an algorithmic standpoint what is relevant. And to prove that, when I search the keyword corgi, designs show up, right? The same way I search for latte, designs show up. When I search keyword corgi, designs show up. And they have a specific order. And the order is relatively consistent. So this design, most of the time, stays at the top. If you're watching this a week or a month from now, this can change because sales are part of the algorithmic formula and determine what goes first and what goes last. in general, if I search this now and then 2 minutes later I search this, it really won't make a difference, right? So, and I could just prove that. I could just hit search again and it will come up literally the exact same. There you go. And so what I'm doing here is I'm going to kind of explain this, like I said, through a whiteboard, is that there are other keywords that relate. And depending on how long the web line is, some relate more drastically to others. So, for example, if I write the keyword corgi lover here, and just bear with my bad writing here, but this is an example, corgi lover. This corgi lover keyword is more relatable to the keyword corgi than, let's say, another keyword, whatever keyword you want to state. Now, this keyword, let's just find one from the list as an example. We have corgi quote, right? Corgi quote. Corgi quote relates to the keyword corgi as well. And because corgi quote relates to corgi and corgi lover relates to corgi, corgi quote now also relates to corgi lover. There's an internal relationship between these two keywords simply because they're both tied to the source, and the source is corgi. Now, how do we determine the source? Well, for us, we don't determine the source. That's the whole point of the algorithm. The algorithm takes any kind of keyword and creates these webs attached to all of them. As soon as I publish this design, I'm giving more data to the Teepublic algorithm. Teepublic looks at this and says, okay, now we know that these keywords are a little more associated. Imagine in a time where zero corgi designs existed. Zero, not even a single one. What would happen is if I took these set of keywords and just created them over and over and over with 50 different designs, and my 50 were the only designs that existed in the algorithm for the keyword corgi, then what would happen is this stream of keywords has become more calcified, it has become cemented in the algorithm. Why? Because relevancy is determined by dominance in the algorithm. So what does that mean? Relevancy is determined by dominance. Well, the keyword relevance is determined by the keyword's existence. And if the keywords exist more, they're more dominant. Therefore, they are more relevant in the algorithm's eyes. See, the algorithm can't decipher between what a corgi is and what a latte is. But if you use the keyword latte for every single corgi design that you've ever had, and you're the only one posting designs related to corgi, then the algorithm knows that the combination of the word L-A-T-T-E combined for the keyword corgi is related. Therefore, other people who create designs in the keyword latte will then show up for the keyword corgi. But we live in an economy where there's other people who have uploaded corgi designs. Not just other people, but thousands of other people, if not tens of thousands. And therefore, that the algorithm has become more fine-tuned through crowdsourcing. More people come together, more people create designs, and these designs have the proper tags that truly represent the design. Now, unfortunately, my mind cannot find out what those tags are. Why? Because there's just simply way too much data. There's way too many sellers, right? If I go here, and these are by the way, these are the sellers that are already accepted into the marketplace. There's too many. I can't sit here and list them and count them and figure out the keywords, especially when we're talking about somebody who has the ability to upload 50 designs a day. It's impossible. So I use the machine to help me do so, and it solidifies my ability to find the right keywords and become the most relevant, aka it allows me to have the keywords that are closest to the main corgi complex through having shorter webs. If I use the keyword, let's just say monkey, maybe the keyword monkey can be related to the keyword corgi, but it's not going to be a line this short. It might be a line 10 times longer, 100 times longer. Why? Because the word monkey, from my logical brain, can tell me it's not that related to corgi. You know, maybe there's a few designs out there of a monkey and a corgi sitting on a bench or something, and the user decides to tag the word monkey and corgi, but once again, it's not highly used. Now, my brain can do the basic semantics like this, but it cannot be able to figure out, I will not be able to figure out hundreds of thousands of keywords just like this. I can't do it. So what I do is, after I combine these lists or compile these lists using the tool, I then pick and choose keywords that directly relate to the creative. And the creative is my actual design, which really only has two concepts here: a corgi that happens to be cute and a latte. That's it. Latte, coffee, whatever you want to call it, right? So I'm finding keywords that relate to that, and I don't push it past its limits. I don't try to just start injecting keywords, even though they might somewhat be related, because more is often less, and less is often more in a circumstance where I'm trying to now fill up with keywords, or I'm trying to, I'm trying to kind of like puff it up, fill it up with nonsensical keywords that are not really needed. So what happens is, if I start filling up these keywords with things that don't relate, or in my opinion, I think they relate, but they really don't, what I'm really doing is I'm telling Teepublic to rank me lower for the keywords that I'm choosing to actually want to rank for. Okay? So that's something very, very important. And I hope this lesson can help you guys, open your guys up to how to actually tag properly on Teepublic. And like I said, if you want to learn more information on the algorithm, how Teepublic algorithm picks certain keywords and things like that, I'll leave a link in the description to the course. Like I said, along with inside the content, you saw how I get accepted into the Teepublic platform. But hopefully this video helps out. I know a lot of people are asking. I'll leave some links in the description to different resources like the Teepublic tool, right? The tagging tool, along with the course, things like that, all right? I'll see you guys soon. If you want to see the video of me creating this actual design, I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll leave that link in the description, and peace out, bye. Thanks for watching.